What's good, YouTube, man? It's your boy dMillionaire. We back with another video. As y'all can tell from the title, man, we do have Nick Saban's retirement from Alabama. You feel what I'm saying? It's a very, very sad day in college football because Nick Saban is gone. You feel me? No.
Really, nigga?
I mean, objectively though, I'm not even gonna sit here and cap the y'all. Nick Saban is probably the greatest college football coach of all time. I'm not even gonna sit here and like try to sugarcoat that and pretend. I mean, he did bring a championship to LSU, so actually for that, gotta give him his honor as well. He did actually bring us a championship way back in the day. So for that, he got to give his props. But I mean, dude, he won 7 chips. He got what, like 300 something wins. Like, bro, I don't think I ain't gonna say we'll never, but in this era right now, the way it's looking, transfer portal, NIL, I don't know if we'll ever get a coach that'll be as successful within a single program as Nick Saban, to be completely honest. So for that, gotta give my flowers. Give him his flowers. Give him his respect. And yeah, man, I guess it definitely is sad to see him go because I mean, to be honest, he's the godfather. I feel like when you think winning, like the way that you associate Tom Brady with winning at the quarterback position and Bill Belichick for winning as far as like the NFL coaching goes, you gotta put Nick Saban and winning in the same sentence as far as college football goes. You feel what I'm saying? So it's definitely tough to see him go. You feel what I'm saying? I'm happy as far as like the LSU fan of it. You know, he did the coach for Alabama's gone. But if I'm as a fan of the sport though, it is definitely sad to see him go. But yeah, man, I definitely want to know his reason because I mean I got my own little personal conspiracy theories. I feel like it's because personally this era of the transfer portal is just ruining the monopoly that Alabama had on like recruiting for like everybody wanted to go to play with Nick Saban. Now it's kind of like, okay, I'm kind of going A where the money is and B where the PT is at because PT equals money. You feel what I'm saying? If I'm getting more burn, I'm getting more shine, more people know about me, I can get my name out there, and A, my name getting out there equals more money. And if I'm a running back playing in the system, especially with a running quarterback, somebody like Milrow, I'm not gonna get the same shine if I go to a team that got a pocket quarterback and that actually relies heavy on a run game. Something like I was on Twitter earlier, and Logan Diggs used to play for LSU. He kind of was like, he didn't really say it outright, but he kind of was like, he wasn't being used to the ability that he could be. Like he's a way better running back than shown, but it's just plain. I mean, he didn't say this obviously word for word verbatim, but playing on a team with Jaden Daniels with a running quarterback kind of takes away from his ability to be great. And I feel like players are just going to jump ship. And I feel like Nick Saban just don't want to deal with none of that shit, bro. He don't want to deal with players just, we had a bad year. Like, say Alabama, like, Alabama didn't win this year. All right, players just jumping ship, wanting to go to a team where they could get different, to have a different role, get more money. And I just think he just don't want to deal with all of the bullshit, the 12-team playoff, and all of this nonsense that now the sport is probably just deviating from what he was used to and what he, honestly was established his whole reign doing. So I think that, to me, that's the reason why he left. But I don't know. Y'all leave down below what y'all think he left for. But I want to watch this video right here because this is the best video I think I could find of his retirement.
We are back with
so let's
the
see.
breaking news that every Alabama fan in the country and the world simply never wanted.
Alabama fans, how y'all feel, man? Still roll tide or what? Like, and nah, Alabama. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend. He sounds sad as hell. Like his fucking, like somebody just died. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like Alabama just gonna be shitty. Like they're gonna be still good. But now if Alabama do have a couple down years, all that roll tide and shit, I need all of y'all to make sure y'all stay 10 toes now. Stay 10 toes. Cause look, LSU was shitty in 2020 and 2021. I stayed 10 toes. And we got goddamn Brian Kelly, and we done, you know what I'm saying? We done started turning shit around. We got oh my god, I think what's his name? We done got Bo Davis. We done got goddamn defensive coordinator. Like, hey, look, LSU, we teeing up. You feel me? We LSU teeing up now. So all that roll tide, all that bullshit, make sure y'all stay 10 motherfucking toes down for y'all team now. I don't want to hear none of that shit. Oh, Nick Saban gone, I'm gone. I'm not an Alabama fan no more. Nah. You's an Alabama fan now, not a Nick Saban fan. But let's continue watching this video though. It's a little rant. It's gonna be a little rant video. I ain't gonna cap. I was like, damn, I was thinking about this shit for a little minute. Let me run this back. I want to hear what he said.
Flow reporting to us and others, including our next guest, that he informed his team this afternoon. We'll try to sort it all out, and that's all I can promise.
We sound sad as hell. Like
having a nice, relaxing, easygoing Wednesday afternoon when this happened. Bruce
damn, bro,
Feldman
it's gonna be okay, Paul.
From The Athletic and Fox, also with the story, and we'll try to put it into as.
Now I said 300 wins. He close to 300 wins. He got 292. Close enough, man. Basically, man, damn near 300 wins, bro. What's that? 292 win. What? That's win-loss tie. Damn, he only tied one game. What game did he tie? Y'all leave down below what game did he tie in. Probably like back in the day or some shit.
Bruce, good afternoon, and I know this is fresh on everyone's mind, but your thoughts hearing this news?
Yeah, it's pretty stunning, obviously. I mean, this was a day a lot of us were wondering when it would come. Earlier today, the rumor started to swirl that there could be some news from Nick Saban tonight, and I was like, look, very skeptical. I did speak to somebody a few hours ago who's pretty close to Saban, who goes, that wouldn't shock me, but the timing, this person didn't know anything that it would happen tonight. And then we started to talk a little more, and I was at the Rose Bowl last week, and one thing that I did think about today was after the game, I remember waiting with a few other people outside the Michigan locker room, and a golf cart with Nick Saban in it had come back from the post-game press conference, and he was kind of stuck. The cart had to slow down and stop because there was a cluster of people around, and these people saw Saban in there, and Nick Saban kind of turned and kind of like gave almost like it was like a little bit of a wave and had a smile on his face, and I was just thinking it was like that was not kind of how I would have expected him to look in that moment. It wasn't like the infamous like kind of Urban Meyer pizza box.
Yeah, like on some like we'll get him next year type shit, more or less just like a all right. But like I ain't gonna cap though. One thing I will say though, I mean I don't know Nick Saban. I don't know the motherfucker personally, but I would assume like I thought he would give like a all right, this is my last season, y'all. Like damn, he's just done. Like I mean, this is the best time to do it is the off season, but it's just like I guess he didn't want to do a little victory lap. I guess he, it's smart. You don't let your competitors know it's your last year, because then what I'm saying, people gonna turn up a little bit more for that. Oh yeah, this Nick Saban last year. Oh yeah, I'm about to give him an ass whooping for his last year. Nah, he gonna retire. You feel what I'm saying? He done did what he needed to do. I mean, he lost to Michigan. I mean, to be honest, it was Michigan's year though. I mean, if we being complete, that was their year. So.
Big Ten title game loss. It was more just.
That's interesting though. Him saying that.
Go back to his comments after the game, and I think he knew he did an amazing job, especially this year, and how much that team had improved. And again, once at that age, I don't think any of us should be surprised when somebody's like, you know what?
Look at this shit right here, bro. He's 201-29 in 17 seasons at Bama, 7 chips, 11 SEC championships, 49 players selected in the first round of the draft. And then remember, that's not including this year too, by the way. So that could change this year too, because I don't think Riker wouldn't go number 1 if he does end up leaving. I mean, he wouldn't go first round, but they might get one first rounder this year, and that'd be 50 players. But even then, 49 is still the most in any coach. So in the draft era, that's insane, bro. This resume is crazy. That's why I said I don't think nobody touching this shit, bro.
Football coach now,
I ain't even gonna lie. I don't think nobody ever touching this shit.
And everything and the crazy schedule the way it is. I mean, it grinds people away, and he did it for a long time, and he did it better than anybody's ever done it in this sport. So I guess we shouldn't be shocked that today is that day.
Wait, what did he say? I think he said exactly what I was saying.
Grind, portal and everything, and the crazy is when somebody's like, you know what, there's this job, especially as a college football coach now, with the NIL, with the portal and everything, and the crazy schedule the way it is.
I was just saying, those are all little points that I brought up in the beginning, and I swear I didn't read nothing. All I seen was the ESPN headline, Nick Saban is retiring. I'm like, you know what? I'm not reading nothing into this. We're gonna make a video. And I sat back, I was laying down, I took a nap, and I thought about it. I'm like, bro, he's retiring because this shit is getting crazy. And he's like, how old is Nick Saban, bro? Like, how old is? Hold on, let me look. We're gonna look it up right now. But this a little rant video, y'all. So this is gonna be a little. I mean, however long this video is, 9 minutes. We're gonna react to it. But let's see, how old is Nick Saban? Nick Saban age, bro. The man is 72. God damn, this nigga is 72. Oh God. Damn. I did not know. Okay, I ain't gonna cap. Bro, Nick Saban is 70. I don't know why 72 just seems like, bro, he seems so much younger than that. But that's not even like me, like, oh, like, I'm genuinely surprised. I thought the motherfucker was like 50. I ain't gonna cap. That, bro, 72. Yeah, I think I hit it on the nose then, bro. That further proves it to me. This shit just too much, bro. Transfer portal, NIL, it's too much. It's too much, man. You're getting too old for this shit. But damn, I ain't gonna lie, I didn't know he was that old.
It grinds people away, and he did it for a long time, and he did it better than anybody's ever done it in this
That's
sport.
a fact.
So I guess we shouldn't be shocked that today is that day.
Bruce,
I wonder who's gonna be the
realize
coach
that
though. Who's gonna take over the legacy of
knows
Nick Saban
what
at Alabama
tomorrow
at least?
brings, but
Nobody's
you
gonna
are
beat
one of these,
Nick Saban,
people
but
that
who's
are
gonna
so
be the
plugged
Alabama
in
figurehead?
and has
Because Smart's the
hand
figurehead for Georgia.
and eyes on
Lanning's the
what is
figurehead for
happening.
like
So I ask
Oregon, you
I
know,
say that to ask
Harbaugh.
you the question that won't be today's story, but it will certainly be the story tomorrow.
Oh, Belichick for the
And that is
Patriots,
who
like
is
that kind of
next.
thing. Andy Reid. No.
I mean, there's a bunch of guys. Not only did he bring a lot of national titles to Tuscaloosa, he also brought the biggest coaching tree and the most fruitful coaching tree in the sport. And so there's a lot of guys who spent time in Tuscaloosa and learned under Nick Saban that I think will get consideration. I mean, look, Dan Lanning was a GA there. He's done a terrific job in a couple of years at Oregon. He's got a really good situation there. He's got a loaded team as they move into the Big Ten. I think that's a call that Greg Byrne in Alabama, may make. I know.
I didn't know Lanning was from the
folks in Tuscaloosa when
Saban
he was an
tree.
assistant there.
I just
He
mentioned him.
impressed them when his team came to Tuscaloosa, earlier or last year, and beat the Tide. To me, from when I started to think, who are the guys that are very well regarded there and have done a really good job. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if you hear Kalen DeBoer's name because he has won everywhere he's been, and it took him only 2 years to get Washington turned around, and he's a really,
that's
really
Washington.
different personality.
I do remember him. We watched his
never been in
post
the
game.
SEC. And he's not been of the Saban.
Hey, DeBoer, you come to that SEC, my boy. I respect what you did at Washington. You just led them to a natty. That's the Pac-12, my boy. The Pac-12A is no more, so you don't have to deal with that. But Brody, this ain't that. This ain't that though, bro. You dealing with them teams. You dealing with them Georgias, them LSUs, them Mizzos, them Ole Misses. You feel me? Them Floridas, them Auburns. I don't know if you want to do that to yourself, bro. Lanning, you too. Well, Lanning, I'm gonna give you the benefit of that because you is under the Saban tree, so you did see some of this shit before. But DeBoer, I don't know if you want to do that though, bro.
So I don't
know if you want to do that.
I know they now have the same agent, Jimmy Sexton.
You want to do that to yourself,
I
man.
rule that out. But again, it's not somebody who's
stay where it's safe.
I don't know how that would play, but to me, he's the top 5 or 6 coach in college football.
because the
It's just
SEC
very
starting to get
different
loaded
from what
too.
they just had there.
Like the whole
in terms of
SEC. Like
style
I know
and
everybody. Like we always put the SEC kind of like in this pedestal. Like oh well, you know it's the SEC and it's the toughest conference and yeah, and it really to be honest, it's really like a top heavy. If you want to be completely honest, if I'm being objective, the SEC is pretty top heavy. It's really like Georgia, Alabama, and I mean I'm gonna have my personal bias and say LSU, but I feel like I'm not wrong in saying that though. I feel like it is top heavy with Alabama, Georgia, and LSU. I feel like that's the three, and then they're tough teams. Like everybody's tough, but like less like competitive. Really, you really like the turning heads. Them three teams is the only real three teams turning heads. But the way I'm telling you, as I said, I'm telling you, it's the transfer portal, bro. I'm not gonna lie, the transfer portal is going to change. I'm gonna make a video. I think I'm gonna make a separate video on this fucking transfer portal, bro. Cause hey, look, college football is done, so the content is going definitely. We're gonna do a lot of content and shit. This just done shook up the whole world, Saban retiring. So that this is already the first. This is the first story of the college football offseason. But I think I'm gonna make a separate video on the transfer portal though,
it couldn't
because
work.
that
But
shit
I
is
think those are
getting
the
crazy,
names
bro. I think every
that
team
I
there's not
would
gonna be
keep
too
an
many
eye on
ass
at this
teams,
point.
bro.
Those were the first three that came to mind from conversations
Bruce,
that I've had in the past.
Bruce, on Dan Lanning, certainly the buyout, all these things. I don't know how much this really matters anymore when you're talking about a school like Alabama, but assuming the call came to Dan Lanning, is it your best guess that he would take it?
Yes. Hell yeah.
It's one thing to take it out of discussion. It's another thing to say, I'm going to move my family and jump in and be the guy who tries to replace Nick Saban.
Right.
I don't know the answer to that.
Yeah.
I mean, everything I know from Dan is he and his family really like it where they're at. And I think he knows he's got a good situation. He's built a good staff. He's recruited exceptionally well. I could see why Alabama would be really impressed by Dan Lanning. I could see why Dan Lanning would be interested. I just don't know.
Yeah, but he is building something over there though.
Replace Nick Saban. I mean, as you know, we're talking about the.
Hey, them big ass shit. Hey, them big ass shoes to fill, bro. Hey, them size 15s. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. What size shoes Nick Saban is at Alabama? That's really like size like 18s. I ain't gonna lie. No bullshit. To be the next coach for Alabama and be the Nick Saban like. I can't even say the Nick Saban replacement because I feel like that's disrespectful to him to say. But it's like. Shit, I ain't gonna lie. And I think a lot of people gonna be scared of that shit. They gonna run Ricky, boy. hey, a lot of people gonna run Ricky because it's like, yo, you won the hot seat, bro. You're supposed to be Nick Saban too, but it's gonna take somebody that's I'm not Nick Saban too. I'm whoever that is. I'm me. You feel me? This is my program now. Shout out to Nick Saban. I give my credit to where credit's due. This is my shit now. And it's gonna take somebody to do that for Alabama to get to, to be Alabama, to be a new age Alabama. But I don't know who's it gonna be because I think a lot of people gonna be scared as hell
coach in the history of the sport.
of that.
That is
pressure.
That is going to be a
pressure
really
bust pipes
job. You just think about like what the bar becomes at that point.
That's what I'm saying. Niggas is gonna get scared.
And you sit there and say, my team is built to make a run, not just at the playoff now, at the 12-team playoff, but certainly to maybe dominate the Big Ten. Is that a situation where you're like, you know what, that could be great, and I can make my own legacy here?
The Big Ten. What's the Big Ten look like now post merger?
Whoever else.
I gotta look. We actually look at that after this.
Targets to sort out.
Or maybe we'll
Bruce,
make another video on
that. One last question. You mentioned Sarkisian. Certainly, he is doing quite well at the University of Texas, but he's also well liked in Tuscaloosa. How would you characterize where he is right now and the likelihood or unlikelihood that he would take the job?
That's a great question. I know he's really well regarded in Tuscaloosa. I thought about that a lot today. He's got a big job. He's built that place back up. He's going into the same league that Alabama's in. It's hard to say. Like one place, again, it's dealing with the shadow of Nick Saban. I think that's just such a big thing. because yes, Texas is a terrific job. Mac Brown obviously won a national title there. I think you could certainly win national titles at both places. He didn't feel like he was that far off from making a title run this year. And
That's
he's
what
going to
I'm
leave behind,
saying.
I'm not leave behind, but he has a team in the pipeline right now that should be a legit, top 5 caliber team. So it's not like, he's already done the heavy lifting of the rebuild. I'd be curious to see what he would think. I mean, ultimately, again, it's the shadow of Nick Saban. That is not going to be easy for somebody to walk in.
Shadow of Nick
They're
Saban.
going to have big options and big names, and they obviously have a ton of money and a ton of resources. But I just think that it's going to take a very special, competitive person to want to say, all right, I'm going to leave what I have and then jump into the middle of the biggest spotlight you can imagine if you're a football coach.
That's a fact.
Bruce, many thanks. I know it's short notice. We appreciate it. We will be in touch and hopefully can catch up tomorrow about what's next. Thank you, Bruce Feldman, joining us.
Thank you, Paul.
From The Athletic.
I like that. Nah, stop. Shut up. Stop. Don't get my video demonetized. Stop. It's Post Malone. Shut up. Bruh. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I watched another video, bruh, and that shit got my video demonetized because fucking Post Malone wanna be at the end. I don't need to hear that shit. Don't need to hear that shit. But yeah, man, that's all for this video, y'all. Y'all leave down below y'all thoughts. This definitely was a little longer video than I thought. I wanted to make like a 15-minute video. It ended up being a 20-minute rant. But y'all leave down below y'all comments and thoughts about Nick Saban's retirement. It's interesting. I definitely agree with a lot of the stuff that bro said. I don't think it's gonna take a very special person to want to go and fill them shoes and to redefine. I mean either redefine or like to continue what's going on at Alabama, and somebody's gonna have to do it. Somebody's gonna have to step up and take that risk, and it might take multiple people to be honest. But yeah, man. We're going to see how it goes. We're definitely going to be in tune, tapped in. College football is over, but that doesn't mean that it's not like the NIL and the transfer portal ain't about to make it very interesting for this summer anyway. So we definitely going to be tapped in, all the news. Yeah, and y'all leave down below what y'all think. I done said that like 5 times, but yeah, man, like the video if y'all haven't already. Subscribe if you're new. Turn on post notifications. Now we'll holler at y'all in the next video.